Took a little bit. Yes, top of the morning. This is the Source Experience, the news by Shanewz. Media, marketing, management, motion talk, man. Happy Saturday, all. Hopefully, everybody is getting it in gear. You have a plan of action and you are stepping forth to commit that plan. If not, whatever, to each his own, right? To each his own. But I got a couple things I want to discuss this morning. First thing, or the business, I'll get to the box when I get to the box. Boxing to me is very, very goofy. It is, man. We'll highlight some of that goofiness in a second. But I want to talk about Little Dirk. Now, Little Dirk was just arrested, and more is coming out. But he was just arrested. And what I want to highlight is this is going to take away from P. Diddy. Mark my word. And it already has, right? It already has a little bit. It has taken some of the P. Diddy saga thing away. Because Little Dirk um, was arrested for a murder for hire, amongst other things. Now, granted, the shit that P. Diddy is into and sex trafficking and all of that, um, it's going to take a lot of the spotlight away. Now you have another high end celebrity, much younger, right? Whereas Diddy is an older catch, right? But this Little Dirk shit, right? I was watching live TV, man, they all loud next to me. Can y'all hear that? Behind the sauce views, can y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that or what? Let me know. There's three of y'all over. There's two lights. Do y'all hear that? But the whole P Diddy, Little Dirk shit, I swear it's gonna take a big turn now because Diddy's charges, granted, they are bad, but he wasn't indicted or charged with no murders. They got this guy for murder for hire. Then, like I said, I was watching Vlad TV and Whack 100. Shout out to Whack and Ayatollah Mall. Ayatollah Mall calls him Yosemite Sam. A lot of people don't like Whack 100 because they feel like he always knows everybody's business. But Whack 100 on Vlad TV basically said that he had the heads up that this was going to go down. He got the call from an OG and in Houston, not Houston, in Chicago by way of Milwaukee, and he was saying that it was going to go down. But the crazy part is you seeing the reports come out now that Dirk was attempting. He was attempting Italy, Dubai, and somewhere else. And he had his private jet. I'll be into that shit, but not into it. But if this is the case, and this is true, he might be finished as far as like passport, because it looked like he was trying to flee. And the feds, they be on top of all of that. They be on top of all of that. And if you know, right? The feds, they don't play, man. They don't play. So if he was doing that many bookings, literally trying to escape or flee, it's not a good look. And then Whack even took it a step further. I just want to see how I'm sounding. I'm looking over here. Yes, Whack took it even a step further and said that it's alleged, because all this is alleged, right? We don't know. You know, he has to have his day in process, due process, and all that. But it's being alleged that he, they have wiretaps of him trying to clean this up, you know, trying to get rid of people. And if that is true, man, this guy, oh man, they're gonna have a field day. They're gonna have a field day. But this is all alleged. This is all, um, what do we like to call it? A shade room, internet gossip shit, right? And I said, you know what? Something that's actually trending. Whereas a lot of the boxing shit is smoke and mirrors. The jig is up with boxing. There's too many crash dummy content creators with no emotion that speak on things. And a lot of the stuff that pertains to the sport of boxing is really not popping, which leads me to this, right? So the whole Javante Davis thing, and this is always the pattern, right? It's particularly with PPC guys, right? So Michael Benson put out whatever he said that they were going to move it to January 25th, and other people were reporting on this. So Javante Davis in the PBC fashion, right? The PBC, of course, doesn't release a statement denying or confirming this. You have content creators that always say, "Oh yeah, I got a content." No, you didn't, man. Shut the fuck up, man. Stop lying. But this is how now this is being debunked, right? Javante Davis takes to Twitter and reposts or quotes Michael Benson's tweet. It says "cap." So now that has sparked, content creators, insiders that this is where they get the info from. But that's why I said boxing is where it's at right now. It's just smoke and mirrors, a bunch of bullshit. Bunch of bullshit. And this is the PBC smoke screen, what they are doing. Is it cap or not? Like, make it. Why don't somebody from TGB or GTD actually make a statement? Why does the fighter have to re quote or quote the tweet and say cap? What's cap? That you're upset about the 3 million? What's cap? That you didn't get the $240 million contract? What's cap? That your fight is canceled? What is cap? This is boxing in a nutshell. And that's why you have content creators with no emotion, and they feel they are credible because look at what they are following. This is just a trickle down effect, right? It's a trickle down effect. Because yesterday, this was a major speaking point for many content creators. Was the Tank Davis? Oh, the fight is canceled. They don't have the money. And this is what Tank responds: cap. What's cap? They don't have the money. Like, what are we doing here? Danny Jacobs voice. Like, hold on, let me take my glasses off so y'all can see my eyes, man. What are we doing here? What's really cap? Can anybody, Millie City, right? These are the guys that we need to get. Millie, hey Millie Vanilli, right? Millie, why don't you get Coach Kenny and those guys on the podcast? You get these guys, they give you the access. Najee, Cigar Talk. You get Tank. You had Tank. Tank said he made the 240. He got the biggest contract. This is the time when you guys that get the access need to step up, pop out and show us now. Because him putting out a tweet saying cap is not cutting it. It's not. That's why boxing is goofy. And a lot of content creators fall right in line with it. And they're cool with that shit. Because it's like, what is really going on here? Are they broke? Do they have the money? Is the fight getting pushed off? Are you unhappy? I thought you was, the $40 million man. How you only getting $3 million? Why does Canelo be the only one to get his money in the escrow? Why not you? Oh, here's my guy. Hold on. Let me see what he's probably going to the gym. I'll be heading to the gym too. Good morning, brother. Yes, good morning. Yes. All right, I'll be down there. I'm gonna come work out too. Just call me when you're there. All right, bet. Yeah, so we're gonna see. I'm going to the gym too. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm not gonna stay on that long. Maybe I'll come back later. I want to go to the gym too and work out. Um, but yeah, so what is really cat? Like is but that's boxing in a nutshell. That is boxing in a nutshell. It's like, and this is going to get a lot of traction. Now, watch, mark my word. You're going to see countless motionless content creators. This is all cap. What's cap though? He's only getting $3 million. What is really the cap, right? Well, that's neither here nor there, right? But Little Dirt, man, I gotta get back to Little Dirt, man. This guy, he's up Shit's Creek, man. He is up Shit's Creek, man. Murder for hire. 2022. We are almost entering the 2025. So that means, see, the feds, they be building cases like a motherfucker. So that's all they did. They built this case up. And they probably do have countless upon countless hours of wiretaps. Because, like I said, matter of fact, let me see. I'll play the audio. I could do that. Especially because these people behind me are freaking loud. Y'all hear that shit? They're loud. But I'll play the audio. I think I could do that. I won't get in trouble for playing the audio. All right? Let's play the audio. Here it is right here. This guy knows everything. Oh, she's hilarious. Yeah, he's a Jones, man. Hopefully we're not related, man. 'Cause a lot of people don't like him. He's a Jones. This is Whack 100, man, on Vlad TV. All right, here we go. Whack 100. Welcome back to Vlad TV. Vlad, there is so much going on. This guy's messy. Yes, a lot going on. You're walking in a very interesting time right now. Yeah. It's very different. The atmosphere is different. It's like from the top of the mountain to the mid mountain to the bottom of the mountain. Yeah, I gotta stop it right there because that does coincide with boxing. I was talking about that the other day, but this has nothing to do with boxing, what he's about to talk about. But I said that from the top of the mountain with the YouTube boxing to the middle to the bottom, crash outs. Because the top of the mountain in YouTube boxing were crash dummies. And Fanon broke that down. So you guys at the bottom, and I seen that yesterday. I seen a bottom feeding going on yesterday, and I just laughed. I was like, man, you guys expose yourself, man, for being crab in the barrels at the bottom. Because if you can give that much energy to something that is not relevant and ignore shit that is relevant and people that are relevant, you show who you really are. Hopefully y'all caught that sauce, man. Can't hide no more. It's 2025. Going into 2025. It's scary out there. Right. So, a few hours ago, less than a day, Lil Durk, along with 5 other OTF associates, was arrested for the 2022 murder. 22. It's 2024. Rondo's cousin, Opa. I broke the Lil Durk. Oh, really? Okay.
Well, because I remember last night, yeah, the 5 associates were arrested. I called, I tell Adam, okay, I get a call. One of my OGs from Chicago lives up in Milwaukee. They call and say, yo, they just snatched dirt down in Miami. Yeah. I tell Adam, I don't know that Adam texts Adam.
See how this goes down? Let me stop that. I pretty much be doing some of the same things in boxing. Now, if dudes was credible and official, they could tell you this. When I get information, right, a lot of times I give it out because I'm not really on that type of time no more. I do my content creating thing, but I'm more so now on trying to grow as a manager, an agent, a representative, right? So a lot of times when I get certain plays, I just be on my NDA. You know what an NDA is? A non-disclosure agreement. I just don't disclose stuff. I don't speak on it anymore. I be on my NDA. But I see a lot of guys trying to get their feet wet in the game. And sometimes I try to look out. But you know what? Where I'm at with it now, I don't even want to look out for guys no more. Because when you see how people move and operate, and then you be like, yo, well, you're wasting your time. These guys are Tyler Perry. Like Tyler Perry said, I got this thing right here. I want y'all to catch this vibe. This is how a lot of guys are, and they move. I want y'all to catch this. And this is why I move the way I move now. This is how guys really give it up. Right here it is. Catch this vibe.
And you got to be careful because when you put too many people sailing, sometimes in your life, you're spinning up to the next level and people start to fall off. And it hurts. It's lonely, especially when there's somebody that you really, really loved and had a great time with and wish that they could be there with you. But you have to understand and realize that toxicity is poison to your wings. It will cause you to crash. So you have to be able to say, I love you, but I'm sorry, this does not work for me anymore. Then you get this, oh, you bougie, you changing. Oh, no, now you got all this and you don't want, none of that matters. Walk through the pain of the loneliness. The higher you go, the smaller that circle gets. Jealousy will show up in ways that you didn't even expect it. And people who've been right under you as long as you didn't exceed what they thought you could be. The minute you start to go higher than they believed you could go, it's ugly. And you got to be careful because when you put too many people on the boat, there's some.
Now, that was powerful. I witnessed that as Jackal Fitness, but I did not pay attention to it at the time, being young and naive. Now, you see, I'm just, with this right here, the news, and with God and more understanding and prayers, man, you see, I know I spotted a mile away. And I love the internet, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, man, it gives it to you. You got to pay attention because one thing about social media, the platforms that I just named, people cannot hide who they are, right? Because look, on social media, think about this, and I'm going to put my glasses on because I'm going to be real cool when I say this. Social media, the basic fundamentals of social media are free. A like, a share. People will show you who they are off of those two things alone, especially when you start to ascend. If you are somebody like me, like my work, and I say this respectfully, humbly, my work has been on networks, right? And I'm going to use my guy. He's over there in the UK right now about to fight with his fighter. Fitness, Evan Tubler, right? This is a world champion strength and conditioning coach. He took my hats and shared it, right? This is one of my industry friends now, right? Industry guy. But actual people that I know that watch me from the mud struggle, grow, don't even hit the like button, let alone share. Social media will show you what Tyler Perry was just speaking on. The fact that people are toxic, one, they do not want to see you grow, two, and you just got to break away from that. That's what I did this morning. I put out a couple of video shorts. I'm sending out my messages now. That's what I do. I send out messages. But that right there definitely hit home what Tyler Perry said, man. And I was talking with my brother behind the scenes. I want to like see a lot of times with Jihad now, right? Because Jihad is a growing young man, 21 years old, doing this thing. I just sit back because as an elder, because I'm much older than him, he has to live. And I remember telling his father this, like, yo, he's gonna do, because they bump heads a lot. They always want to fight. Jihad's father's hilarious, man. I remember we was in Vegas and they was gonna fight. It was funny, man. He did those two, but I be telling him like, yo, you gotta just let him do him sometimes, right? Because you're gonna push him away. It is what it is. But you always gonna be his father, and I think he sees that now too. But that's what I do. I just fall back. Like you gotta fall back and let God specifically. That's why I just pray a lot. I pray. I'm a very spiritual person, man. I fall back because prayer is the ultimate power. My mother, put that on me. At the time, I didn't realize I was a knucklehead and I was wild. I was out there. But a lot of her prayers kept me protected. And I see that now. That's what I do. I just pray. I stay prayed up, man. You see the pieces, right? These are all religious. This is a nice little religious piece. And how are we looking? How are we looking this morning, man? As soon as my man hits me, I'm out of here. I'm not staying on for an hour. So let me run through some more of these topics. There's No Limit Marley. He looked good. Oh, this was hilarious, my God. This was hilarious right here. Yo, Mike Tyson. I took this from Coastal Boxing, but I want to share this real quick. I remember this fight, man. Mike Tyson is a Brownsville.
What was the problem?
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
What was the problem?
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
What was the problem?
I broke my back.
What do you?
Back is broken.
Oh my God. Yeah, I lived in the projects, right? I lived in the projects. Certain things when do you see it? Oh, you never forget them. I remember watching this fight. We lived in the projects, and Mike Tyson is a Brownsville legend. If you know, you know, right? The moment he said this, my entire apartment, erupted in laughter. Everybody in there. Did you hear what he said? He told Jim Gray that he broke his back. And Jim Gray had like the craziest look on his face. Like, what you broke your back? You just fought. How? How did he? Jim Gray basically had to look like, wait, you had a broken back and they cleared you to fight? But then the answer that Mike gave afterwards, he was like, how? He said spinal. Oh my God. Mike Tyson is crazy. He is too much, man. Shout out to Coastal Boxing, man. Yeah, he posted that last night, man. Oh my God. Yo, I'm gonna play this shit one more time, man. I got you. This one more time, man. This shit is too funny, man.
What was the problem?
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that? You
My
broke
back is broken.
what? A vertebrae or
Well-
what portion?
Spinal.
What was the problem?
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that? You
My
broke
back is broken.
what? A vertebrae or
Well-
what portion?
Spinal.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Mike was special, man. Yeah, they do. Mike. Yo, Mike was dead serious though, man. Oh my God, that shit will never get old. But shout out to Coastal Boxer for posting that, man. That is the hats. I'll get to this before I close. I want to play this right here. I talked about this, man.
Every blow you take, your head counts, whether you're in training or whether you're in a real fight. They think training don't count. Yes, it does. That's where most of those guys get messed up at. I met Jimmy Young when I was 17. Jimmy Young could hardly talk. Jimmy Young pulled me to the side, and I think this was God speaking through Jimmy Young. He said, "Hey, son, let me tell you something." He said, "You see how I am right now?" He said, "This didn't happen to me in the boxing ring in fights." He said, "This happened to me in sparring." He said, "When I was 16, they made me spar with Joe Frazier every day from when I was 16 to 21. That's what messed me up. I didn't get hit in pro fights." Every blow you take, your head counts.
That is why I am a big advocate. I know a lot of guys, and I'm not going to say no names, but they love to have hard sparring matches. And I'm like, what are you doing? No, you're going to burn them out. And this is why. And shout out to Roy Jones for putting that out there. I speak on this a lot, how fighters get broken up more in training than they do in the actual fight. That's why I am big on a lot behind the scenes. I'd be like, yo, you don't need all that hard sparring. You don't need all that hard sparring. You want to get the rounds so you can be prepared for the rounds fight night. But all that hard sparring, it's not it. Look what Roy Jones just said about that fighter. He sparred with, rest in peace to Joe Frazier, 16 to 21. 5 years sparring the world champion, one of the best heavyweights in the world, damaged him. He heard that, and the guy said it to Roy in his own words. The fights didn't do this to me. The sparring. See, crash dummy content creators don't even talk about these things because they're so programmed that they don't even know what they're talking about. They follow whoever. Maybe now they're following me. I came in here with my uniform on today. You know, you guys are into the bling bling, right? You know? Now, do I look like a bum today? Right? Do I look like a bum? You know? Do I look like a bum today? No, I look like your favorites. Right? Do I look like a bum today? So now maybe you guys will hear what I'm saying, especially when you hear guys like Roy Jones say these things. All that hard sparring and gym wars, nah, that's not it. That leads to you being stupid, respectfully, and dumb. But yo, great piece of work right there by Roy Jones. That was on here he is, Two Tech, that's his name. Two Tech. Jahad Tucker. That's in Vegas. They left yesterday. They're back now. Two Tech. I want to share this right here, man.
If you want to destroy me, aim well. Because if you miss me, I won't miss you. I have never hated anyone. I simply excluded from my life those who disappointed me. You talk to me when you want. I respond when I'm bored. I have accepted so many things that I will never accept again. You can leave my life whenever you want, but you won't come back when you want. I haven't changed. I just opened my eyes to certain people. I trusted certain people too quickly. That was the only mistake I made. I have no desire to argue with anyone. I prefer to walk away because I'm just seeking peace. I'm not resentful, but there are people with whom I prefer not to be in contact. I wish them neither good nor bad. They just have to get what they deserve away from me. I am grateful to all those who said no to me because thanks to them, I did it myself. No one starts at the top. I will work to get there. Life sometimes takes unexpected turns, and I'm faced with challenges that catch me off guard. The important thing is to never forget that a challenge is also an opportunity to grow and find within oneself a strength and courage that we did not know. If you made it this far, drop a 100 in the comments and hit that follow button because this account is for you. If you want to destroy me, aim well, because if you miss me, I won't miss you. I have never hated anyone. I simply excluded from my life those who disappointed me. You talk to me when you want. I respond when I'm bored. I have accepted so many things that I will never accept again. You can leave my life whenever you want, but you won't come back when you want. I haven't changed. I just opened my eyes to certain people. I trusted certain people too quickly. That was the only mistake I made. I have no desire to argue with anyone. I prefer to walk away because I'm just seeking peace. I'm not resentful, but there are people with whom I prefer not to be in contact. I wish them neither good nor bad. They just have to get what they deserve away from me. I am grateful to all those who said no to me because thanks to them, I did it myself. No one starts at the top.
That pretty
I
much
will work to
sums
get
it up
there.
right there.
Life sometimes takes unexpected turns, and
That pretty much sums up it right there. I am going to close the show on that, right? Because that's how I feel. And that's why I knew in doing podcasting and blogging and being a content creator, it was going to be rough. Because this whole content thing is smoke and mirrors. It's a lot of snakes, fakes, guys that want to stab you in the back. Secretly, they envious of you, they're jealous of you. And it's like we're in a day and time where you need social media for certain things, marketing, exposure. But it's like, how can you really use it when you're on here with a purpose and so many others, their only purpose is to try to get in your way or frustrate you. But if that's your purpose and that's your only goal, why are you on the internet? You understand? Like, dude, try to do that in real life. Like, doing it on the internet really just shows not only how low you are, but how worthless and despicable you are. Because a lot of times, when you think you are blocking people's blessings on the internet, and these people are like what 50 just broke down right there, getting to it in real life, and all you're doing is sitting on the internet playing, you're getting so far left behind. Back with what Tyler Perry said, you're getting left. Now, you're just coming on the internet playing every single day. That person that you think that you are undermining on the internet is actually growing. So when they come back on the internet, not only have they grown, they're coming back on the internet. In your eyes, now they're bragging, right? Because now they're coming back on with more stats, more accolades, more wins. Whereas you been playing and playing and playing and playing, you have nothing going on. Then on top of that, now you have a whole bunch of other people with you that have nothing going on. And what is the saying? Misery loves company. How many of you groups, and shout out to Fanon for breaking this down, the LDBC, y'all a bunch of miserable boxing content creators that run with fake narratives and y'all get paid off of a welfare system. A welfare system. That the man who designed it for y'all, he didn't design it to be a welfare system. He tried to design it to be an upliftment and for each one to build. But you guys are so well fed out that you turned into a welfare system and now you're being pimped. Misery loves company. This is the Source Experience. The News by Shanewz. Let me see if my guy is down there, because I'm out of here. I want to go basically shoot some content at the gym, right? If this guy's there, I'm going to curse him out. Watch. Look, now he's not answering. All right, he'll call me back. He's not answering. Because I want to go to the gym too. I really didn't want to come and record, but I did. I got it out the way for y'all, man. You know. But we just gotta keep a close eye and monitor the situation about Cat. Let me look on Twitter right now. Like, come on, that was the weakest response. I think the fans deserve a lot more than that. Man, that is spot on. I am going to yeah, I had to definitely give that a repost. Definitely give that a repost. I don't really be as active as I should on Twitter, but I'll be over there. I tweet a little bit. I tweet. Yeah, where you at? What happened? You didn't call. Yeah, no, you didn't call. Oh, who's down there? Is my boy down there? All right, I'm coming. I'm coming to see him. All right, I'll be right there. All right. Yes, so we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna get up out of here. This is the Source Experience. The News by Shanewz. You know, you do have what? You do have options. Media, marketing, management, consultant services. Ahala.